Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel, guys. And in today's video, we'll be talking about the stigma of being a child-free person in places like India. Imagine this, you at a family gathering, happily sipping your chai, when a well-meaning relative asks, "Beta, when are you giving us the good news?" You smile politely and say, "I don't want kids." What happens next? Shock, gasps, disbelief, maybe even some unsolicited life advice. In India, choosing to remain child-free by choice is often met with confusion, pity, and even judgment. But why? Why is the idea of a fulfilling life without children so difficult for many to accept? Let's dive into the stigma around being child-free by choice in India. Section 1. The cultural expectations. In Indian weddings, family gatherings, and baby showers, compulsory parenthood is the norm. It's the social norm, isn't it? From the moment we get married, or even before, there's an unspoken rule. Kids are the next step. Parenthood isn't just expected, it's considered a duty. In India, the idea of family is deeply rooted in tradition, religion, and social norms. Many believe that having children ensures your lineage, your progeny, your offspring, and the generational propagation of the species, as well as social security and even spiritual fulfillment, religious and social beliefs. According to experts, in many Indian traditions, it is believed that having a child, especially a son, ensures the continuation of the family karma and provides care in old age. This belief makes it harder for society to accept child-free individuals. I've even had some older relatives, aunties and uncles asking me, "Who will take care of you when you're older?" Oh, please give me a break. Section 2. Case studies. Voices of the child-free. Case study 1. Neha and Rohan, the urban couple. Visuals of a young, successful couple enjoying a vacation is growing, and they are working on their laptops, spending time at a cafe. Meet Neha and Rohan, a couple from Bangalore. They have been married for 6 years and have consciously decided to remain child-free, but their journey hasn't been easy. Here is an interview with Neha and Rohan. Neha says, "The moment we announced that we didn't want kids, we faced constant pressure. My mother-in-law said we would regret it later. Friends assumed that we were infertile and were just hiding it." According to Rohan, even at work, colleagues joke about how life without kids is selfish or considered incomplete in some way. But the truth is, we are very happy. We love traveling, focusing on our careers, and spending quality time together. Reality check. Being child-free is not equivalent to being selfish. Case study number 2. Anjali, the single, independent woman. She's in her late 30s, reading a book, working in an office, and doing yoga. So according to Anjali, a 38-year-old marketing professional from Delhi, she has faced a lot of different kinds of stigma. As a single woman who never wanted kids, she's often seen as somehow incomplete. According to Anjali, people assume I must be lonely or that I just haven't found the right person yet. The idea that a woman can be happy alone without children is still radical in our society. And it doesn't help that there are a lot of media depictions of single women as being unhappy and somehow incomplete. Section 3. The judgment and backlash. Common myths about being child-free. Now, let's address some common arguments against being child-free. Myth number 1. You'll regret it later. Maybe, maybe not. But isn't it better to regret not having kids than to regret having them? Myth number 2. Who will take care of you when you're older? Oh, please, give me a break. Having children is no guarantee of care in old age. Many elderly parents in India still struggle with loneliness and abandonment. Myth number 3. It's selfish. What's selfish is having kids just because society expects you to, without truly wanting them. Some experts, psychologists, explained how foster parenthood can lead to resentment and poor mental health also. Section 4, changing mindsets and the way forward, a growing movement, child-free communities in India. The good news? Attitudes are slowly changing with urbanization, financial independence, and social media. More Indians are now openly discussing being child-free by choice. Yes, an example of online community. There are many of them, Reddit discussions, influencers advocating for child-free choices. The bottom line, parenthood should be a choice, not a compulsion. Whether you want kids or not, both decisions should be respected and celebrated. Your life, your choices. So, what do you think? Do you believe Indian society is ready to accept child-free individuals? Let's discuss in the comment section below. But before that, we have a part 2 of the video. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned till the end of the video. Part 2 of the video. Why more people are choosing to be child-free, especially in places like India? Because children have evolved from being economic assets to becoming economic dependents and even liabilities in today's context. In the olden times, there were a lot of children working versus modern parents spending money on kids these days. For most of human history, children were seen as assets. They helped on farms, contributed to family business, and ensured financial security for their parents, didn't they? But today, in our modern, materialistic and consumer-driven world, the reality is flipped. Kids have gone from being economic assets to economic liabilities. With the rising cost of living, education, and the pressures of giving children the perfect life, many people are now choosing to be child-free by choice. But is this just about money, or is there something deeper going on? Let's break it down. Child-free by choice, the economic reality of having kids in today's world. Section 1, the past, when children were economic assets. In the olden days, when there were still black and white photos of farming families, children working in fields and old shops, and kids helping their parents' business. What about today? Things have changed, haven't they? Let's rewind to a time before industrialization. In agrarian and pre-modern societies, children were crucial for survival. More kids meant more hands to work on the land, support the family business, and take care of the aging parents. Why children were considered assets in the past? Labor force, more children meant more workers for farms and businesses. Social security, no pensions or retirement funds, children took care of elderly parents. Early workforce, many kids started working young, contributing financially to the family. According to an expert historian, in an interview archival footage explaining child labor in olden times. According to her, until the 20th century, having a large family was an economic necessity. Children provided free labor, especially in agrarian economies, and were expected to support their parents in old age. Indian joint families, where multiple generations lived together and shared financial burdens. Think of that. In traditional societies, having kids wasn't just a personal choice, it was an economic strategy for survival. But then, along with industrialization and modernization, all of this changed. Section 2, the shift, the Industrial Revolution and the rise of the consumer economy. Along came factories with urbanization, children going to school instead of working, nuclear families emerging. As societies industrialized, everything flipped. The cost of raising a child started increasing, and instead of being contributors, children became dependents. 1. The ban on child labor and compulsory education. Once kids were required to go to school, they could no longer contribute financially. Parents had to bear the cost of their upbringing for a much longer and extended period of time. Number 2. The shift to a consumerist society, marketing and capitalism. Companies started targeting parents, making child rearing an expensive affair. Education inflation. Higher education became necessary, increasing financial pressure on parents. Nuclear family structure. With urbanization, families became smaller and smaller, eliminating shared financial responsibilities. According to some experts, during interviews with them on the economic transformation of parenthood, they had this to say: children, once seen as contributors, are now major financial responsibilities for parents. The shift from an agrarian to a consumer economy has made raising kids more about investment and expenditure than economic gain. Along with a montage of advertisements and bombardment of commercials for expensive baby products, private schools, and extracurricular activities, the list just becomes endless. Today, raising a child is no longer about survival, it's about maintaining a certain lifestyle. And this brings us to the modern dilemma in question. Is having kids financially sustainable anymore? Section 3. The present. Children as economic liabilities. Visuals of rising costs and living and parents stressed over school fees, daycare expenses, no longer a rare sight in modern society. In fact, it's a very common sight, isn't it? Let's talk numbers, shall we? The cost of raising a child has skyrocketed in the last few decades. Modern costs of raising a child: education, private schooling, coaching classes, international curriculums, healthcare, rising medical costs and insurance expenses, lifestyle costs, extracurriculars, branded clothes, mobile gadgets, housing and future savings, buying a bigger house, saving for college. According to financial experts, discussing how raising a child is more expensive than ever before, they had this to say: according to financial analysts, the cost of raising a child in urban India today is estimated to be between 50 lakhs to 1 crore per child. That's about $60,000 to $120,000 per child. For many middle-class families, this means sacrificing their own financial goals, including retirement planning. Oh my God. The exhausted parents juggling work, bills, and child-rearing responsibilities are a common sight in modern societies, aren't they? For many, the financial burden of having children outweighs the emotional and societal pressure to become parents. This has led to a rise in people choosing to be child-free by choice. Section 4. The child-free movement, a growing trend. Visuals of young people and single individuals traveling, young couples focusing on careers, or simply enjoying life child-free. These are a common sight today. With rising costs, changing priorities, and evolving lifestyles, many people are now choosing to be child-free. And this isn't just a Western phenomenon, it's happening right there in India too. Why more people are choosing to be child-free by choice? Financial freedom, more savings, more investments, and a better quality of life overall. Personal growth, focus on career, travel, and self-development. Changing gender roles. Women are no longer feeling obligated to become mothers. Overpopulation and environmental concerns. Some people choose not to contribute to the global population crisis. And if you cut to interview clips of child-free individuals explaining their choices, according to Neha, a child-free by choice individual, he says, "For me, not having kids means I can live life on my own terms. No financial stress, no emotional pressure, just pure freedom." And Section 5, the debate. Is being child-free the future? So, is choosing to be child-free the future? Maybe, maybe not. While some still find joy in parenthood, others use it as an outdated expectation in an economy that no longer supports it. Do you view it as a modern-day social expectation that's outdated, or do you view it as a compulsory parenthood social norm that must be followed? Do comment in the comment section below, and do join the parents versus child-free debate as well. Key takeaways from today's video: children were once economic assets but have since become financial liabilities. Consumerism and lifestyle inflation have made parenting costly. More people are questioning whether having kids is worth the financial burden. The Childfree movement is gaining momentum worldwide. At the end of the day, it's not my choice, it's your choice. So whether to have kids or not should be a personal decision, not a societal obligation or duty. What do you think? Are children a financial investment or an economic burden in today's world? Let's discuss in the comment section below. Do like, share and subscribe to this video and stay tuned for more such content. Thank you. Bye.